What if the sharp, burning pain that runs from your lower back down through your hip and all the way into your leg wasn't something you had to live with for the rest of your life? What if just 5 minutes a day, done quietly on your living room floor or even sitting in a chair, could start calming that pain at its actual source? Not just masking it, but easing the pressure that's causing it in the first place. Welcome back to Prime Health Lab, the channel where we help you stay strong, mobile, and pain-free as you get older, naturally, and without complicated equipment. I'm really glad you're here today. If you've ever felt that shooting, tingling, or numb sensation running down your hip, your thigh, or even into your foot, this video was made for you. And if you'd like more simple, doctor-friendly routines like this one delivered to you regularly, go ahead and hit subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it helps us keep making these videos for free. Now, before we get moving, let's take 15 seconds to understand what's actually happening in your body, because once you understand it, the poses will make a lot more sense. Think of your sciatic nerve like a long garden hose. It starts in your lower back, runs underneath a muscle deep in your hip called the piriformis, and then travels all the way down the back of your leg. When that hose gets pinched, whether it's from a tight muscle squeezing it, a disc in your spine pressing on it, or simply from sitting too long every day, you feel that pinch as pain, tingling, or numbness anywhere along its path. The good news is, nerves and muscles respond beautifully to gentle, consistent movement. You don't need to force anything, you just need to know exactly where to stretch and exactly how to breathe while you do it. So, let's get into it. Here's the first thing you need to understand before we start moving. Comfort matters more than depth. You don't need a yoga mat, special clothes, or any flexibility at all. A carpeted floor, a bed, or even a sturdy chair will work perfectly. Move slowly, breathe through your nose, and if anything feels sharp or electric rather than a gentle stretch, ease back immediately. We're working with your nervous system here, not against it. Let's start with a simple seated stretch, a great way to ease your body into movement, and a perfect starting point if you're new to yoga altogether. Sit on your mat with your legs stretched straight out in front of you, feet together or slightly apart, hands resting beside your hips for support. Sit up tall, as if a gentle string is pulling the crown of your head toward the ceiling, and let your shoulders soften away from your ears. If your hamstrings feel tight or your lower back wants to round forward, that's completely normal. Simply sit on a folded blanket or pillow to tilt your hips slightly forward, which makes this far more comfortable. Stay here for 30 seconds, breathing slowly, feeling the back of your legs and your lower back gently lengthen. This pose is called the staff pose, and it does something simple but important. It teaches your spine what a tall, neutral position feels like, and it stretches the hamstrings, which are directly connected to the muscles surrounding your sciatic nerve. When those hamstrings are tight, they pull on your pelvis and can add extra pressure to your lower back, so loosening them here sets the stage for everything else we're about to do. Now let's begin with the first targeted pose, and this one goes straight to the source of most sciatica pain, a tight piriformis muscle. Lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Lift your right foot and place it on top of your left knee, like you're crossing your legs while lying down. Now reach both hands behind your left thigh and gently pull that leg toward your chest. You should feel a deep stretch right in the right hip and buttock. That's the piriformis muscle, the one wrapped around your sciatic nerve like a rubber band around that garden hose we talked about. Hold this for 30 seconds, breathing slowly, then switch sides. As that rubber band loosens, the pressure on the nerve underneath it naturally releases too. Now here's the interesting part. Your spine itself can also be squeezing that nerve, especially if you sit for long periods during the day. So our second pose is designed to create space between the bones of your lower back. Stay on your back, and this time, Draw both knees up toward your chest at the same time, wrapping your arms around your shins or the backs of your thighs. Gently rock side to side if that feels good. This pose works like a tiny decompression chamber for your spine. It creates a little extra space between each vertebra, which takes pressure off the nerve roots exiting your spine. Hold for 30 to 45 seconds, breathing deeply into your belly the entire time. Now here's a pose that works almost like flossing the nerve itself, rather than just stretching the muscles around it. Stay lying on your back and straighten both legs out flat on the mat. Bend your left knee and keep that foot flat on the floor for support while your right leg stays straight. Slowly lift your right leg straight up toward the ceiling, keeping the knee as straight as is comfortable until you feel a gentle pull along the back of your thigh and calf. If you'd like extra support, loop a towel or a belt around the bottom of your foot and use it to guide the leg a little higher without straining. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds, then lower slowly and switch sides. What's happening here matters. As your leg lifts, the sciatic nerve itself glides slightly within the surrounding tissue, almost like easing a stuck zipper back and forth rather than yanking it open. This gentle gliding motion can help reduce the irritation that builds up around an inflamed nerve, especially after long periods of sitting. Go slowly here and never force the lift. A small, pain-free range of motion does far more good than pushing into a sharp pull. The fourth pose is one of the most important for long-term relief because sciatica often isn't caused by one tight spot. It's caused by a stiff spine overall. Come onto your hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. As you breathe in, drop your belly down and lift your chest and tailbone like a gentle back bend. As you breathe out, round your spine up toward the ceiling, tucking your chin and tailbone in like a cat stretching. Move slowly back and forth between these two shapes for about a minute. What you're doing here is pumping fresh fluid through the discs in your spine and gently mobilizing every joint along the way. Think of it like flossing your spine. Each gentle wave helps loosen the tissue that may be irritating the nerve. If kneeling is uncomfortable for your knees, you can do this exact same movement seated in a chair. Simply arch and round your lower back while seated, hands resting on your thighs. The benefit is the same. Moving on to our fifth pose, which brings a different kind of relief. Gentle traction. From your hands and knees, widen your knees out to the sides. Keep your big toes touching behind you, and sit your hips back toward your heels while reaching your arms forward and resting your forehead on the floor or on a folded pillow. This is child's pose, and widening the knees specifically helps take pressure off the lower spine instead of compressing it. You should feel your lower back gently lengthening. Stay here for a full minute, breathing slowly. This is also a wonderful pose for calming the nervous system, which matters more than people realize. When you're stressed or tense, your muscles, including the ones near your sciatic nerve, instinctively tighten up, almost like clenching a fist. Slow breathing here sends your body a signal that it's safe to let go. Our sixth pose addresses something most people miss entirely: the space where the nerve actually exits your spine, between each vertebra. For this one, sit on the floor or in a sturdy chair with both feet flat on the ground. Place your right hand on your left knee and your left hand behind you on the floor or chair back. Gently twist your torso to the left, leading with your chest, not by yanking your neck. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds, then switch sides. This rotation gently widens the gaps between your vertebrae on one side while you twist, which is often exactly where an irritated nerve root needs a little more breathing room. And if you have a little more time and energy, here's a bonus seventh pose worth adding in: the Sphinx pose. Lie on your stomach, prop yourself up on your forearms with elbows under your shoulders, and let your lower back gently arch as your chest lifts. This pose does something different from the others. Instead of stretching, it gently strengthens the muscles that support your lower spine. Strong support muscles mean less day-to-day strain on the discs and nerves, which means fewer flare-ups over time. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds, breathing easily, without forcing the lift. Now let's talk about how to actually make this work for you. Because doing the poses once isn't where the real change happens. Consistency is. I'd recommend doing this full sequence once in the morning, before your body stiffens up from sitting, and again in the evening if you can. 5 minutes twice a day is a small price for a body that moves with less pain. Most people notice the tightness easing within the first week, but the real, lasting change, where flare-ups become rare instead of routine, tends to show up after about 3 to 4 weeks of staying consistent. Here's something else worth mentioning. What you do for the other 23 hours of your day matters just as much as these 5 minutes. If you sit for long stretches, try standing up and walking for even 60 seconds every 30 minutes. Sitting is one of the biggest aggravators of sciatica because it compresses the lower spine and shortens the very muscles we just stretched. So think of this yoga sequence as resetting the damage and movement throughout your day as preventing it from building back up. One more important note, and I say this because I care about you doing this safely. Gentle stretching is appropriate for the everyday tightness and nerve irritation most people experience. But if your pain is sudden, severe, accompanied by leg weakness, or any change in bladder or bowel control, please see a doctor before continuing any exercise. These poses are here to support your healing, not replace medical care when something more serious is happening. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 7 days, commit to this 5-minute sequence twice a day. Not because 5 minutes will fix everything overnight, but because what you repeat, your body remembers. Muscles loosen with repetition. Nerves calm down with repetition. And confidence in your own body comes back the same way. One small repeated choice at a time. So let me leave you with this question. What would it feel like, a month from now, to get out of a chair without bracing for that familiar shooting pain? To walk through a grocery store, play with your grandchildren, or simply sleep through the night without that nagging ache down your leg? That version of you isn't out of reach. It starts with 5 minutes today. If this helped you, give the video a thumbs up so we know to keep making more like it, and subscribe to Prime Health Lab so you don't miss what's coming next. Take care of yourself, move gently, and I'll see you in the next one.
Prime Health Lab is dedicated to men's internal health. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.